One clap for Caleb. Corey.
1-0 right now.
One clap.
Great. Corey. No miss.
Alex.
1-2.
Wow, one clap.
Let's go, Alex.
Let's go.
Mike.
0-2.
Come on, man. Colton.
Bagel 2.
He's got his tats. Ronnie. He's not here. Cam.
1-2.
Woohoo!
Yes, sir. One clap.
Happy
Yes,
birthday, Cam!
Is it Cam's birthday?
Yeah! Happy birthday, old man!
Birthday hump.
Keith.
Bagel 2.
Group hugs in the showers.
Keith. Brian.
Bagel 2.
Kyle.
1-2.
One clap.
Wait, Colin, go on.
Yeah.
One clap. Alright, Wayne.
Colin.
Bagel 2.
Who's on there? Sean.
0-2.
Is that right
Tell me why.
there? Johnny.
0-1.
Michael B.
0-2.
Robbie.
Bagel 1.
Johan.
First sale, high fives, gotta get up. High five, everybody.
Let's go, baby!
Skin needs to touch their skin.
Let's go, let's go!
Wash his hands. Let's go, every person.
Let's go!
Let's go. Well done, Johan.
Raj. First 1-1.
Let's get it, baby!
$705 up front.
Chase.
0-1.
Chase is gonna be this week. He's gonna get his high five. Who of the rookies yesterday financed? Merch. Okay, so you gotta get 3 more this week, and then you get PS5. So rookies, 4 this week for the PlayStation 5.
For the P5?
Oh, P5. Wait, you need that? Wait, you need that?
Wow.
No, you have to sell and install.
So this time we're not doing that anymore.
6.
Sell and install. Last week was easy mode.
Okay.
You're looking for a handout.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week you were just
We're like gonna be walking around the apartment complexes with our PS5.
Yeah, that'd be gas. Have to sell now.
Cam. See the sales roll.
I was reading through them, and I don't really know if I knew this myself, but only 625 and above credit class customers are allowed to pay with credit card.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I knew that. So.
Yeah.
That's a great reminder.
True.
It's a great reminder. That is a good reminder.
Yeah. Wait, what is it?
Can you do a credit card on smartphone pay?
No.
Why?
It has to be a checking account.
Why?
Or a debit card.
I had no clue. I just know it has to be a checking account.
Smartphone pays a loan, a credit card's a loan. So you can't pay a loan with a loan. That is illegal. That is
You
illegal.
can put a debit card down. It's not a credit card.
And it'll say on the back of the card.
And it can't expire within a year, or else it won't fund. So check the date, it can't expire within a year.
What if it's right on? So like we're in March right now. What if it's in March or we're in May? Yeah. I don't know. What if it's like in May next year?
If we were in May,
I
I know Copilot, I'm pretty sure Copilot rejects it.
I would be, I mean,
But
I could double
I
check, but
wouldn't
to be
trust it.
safe, I would
Just get another one.
Just
Just do a check.
just do a checking account, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Keith.
Alright, Keith.
I'm thinking own lane, own race, own pace for everybody. So just it's gonna be different for everybody. I mean, no one should look at someone else. I mean, friendly competitiveness is always good, but no one should look at someone else and hate on what they're doing or how good they're doing, because it's gonna be different for everybody. It's an up and down kind of job. So everybody's at their own lane, running their own race and going their own pace. So just keep doing it and doing you every day.
I like that.
That's a good thought.
Brian.
My thanks. Well, I've been really enjoying this job despite me not selling, but I really enjoy it. It could be a whole lot different nowadays. Just what you make of it. It's all up in here, and it's what you make of it.
You're not thankful for not dying the other day?
Yeah, I am thankful for not dying the other day.
Okay, good.
What happened?
I got in an accident, totaled my car Mother's Day on Sunday, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I made that happen.
Yeah, I just got
Yeah.
T-boned and like, but I'm thankful for
it could be a lot worse. But yeah, I'm thankful to still be here.
Well, I'm
Hey,
sorry to
Nate,
hear that.
Nate, go touch me, Warren.
I like that. Though.
Kyle, you got the push.
Johnny Junior.
Thanks, man.
Is there one more? I thought so. I knew there'd be one more.
Mike, you know, we need some shirts like that.
Let's go.
It's just like a little bit chilly and not really cold.
Oh no, hardball. He said, "Oh no, I'm about to blow up."
No business. Everybody.
Zach.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How are you? I'm Colin with ADT. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. What can I do
It's a
for
nice
you?
little day outside,
AT?
huh? Yeah.
Are you sure it says Google here?
Yeah, no, so Google actually just partnered off with us, so it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah, we got the best products going on right now. But let me tell you what I'm in charge of. You know Mr. Joe down the street by any chance?
No, I can't say I do.
Okay, no worries, he just moved in. So what I was able to do for him, he advertised a sign for us. So I'm sure you've seen a Blue ADT sign before. They look a lot just like this. Just give me 1 second. So this is what the Blue ADT signs look like.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
Okay, sweet. So my job is to get that out in front of your yard. So what Mr. Joe did for us is he advertised that blue sign for us. And then what we were able to do for him was come in and hook him up with a camera. But the most important part is he kept that up in the front yard for when people come by and come over. That's how we get our advertisement, because people, you know, they'll look into the, they'll see ADT everywhere, and then they're gonna wanna buy from us instead of anybody else. So, like I said, we came in, we hooked him up with an outdoor camera. The most popular have been the outdoor and the doorbell camera, but it's your choice. You get an outdoor camera, a doorbell camera, or an indoor camera. We'll pay for one of them. And then since those can't call the fire department or the police, we'll come in and hook you all up with a security system. You guys, I'm sure you guys have looked into security with all the change going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at doing cameras before.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so a cool factor is that actually you can look at all of that on your app called ADT Control. Just right here, you'll be able to look at all your cameras. You can arm and disarm your system. And then it'll automatically save all your motion clips.
You guys said you pay for it?
Yeah, no, so yeah, that's what we're in charge of. Like I said, you just keep that blue sign out in your front yard. It helps us with advertisement. That's just the big thing we actually do. Another thing we actually do is just stay flexible with the technicians. And then the third thing is all we have to do is qualify you guys. If you guys can qualify for the program, we'll be able to come in and hook you guys up with the equipment.
Yeah, this all sounds good. You want to leave me a card?
Yeah, no worries. So I'm only out here for today. It's the only problem. So we don't have any cards, so I can't come back. That's the only reason we're running this really good promotion.
You don't have any cards?
Yeah, no, we don't have any cards. So what we do, like I said, I'm with ADT.
Yeah, I just want to look over everything.
Yeah.
So what exactly do I get? I mean, if you want to send it, I mean, if you don't have a card, you can just send me an email.
Yeah. So no, we can't do that. So what I'm gonna do is, what camera most interests you?
Probably. How many do I get?
So we can hook you up with a doorbell camera. In my opinion, your house, since it's flat, you don't have a wall blocking where you park your cars. So we'll be able to get you a doorbell camera and watch the whole entire front yard. And then just because you're on a main road right here, we'll get your backyard with an outdoor camera as well.
Okay, so I get 2 cameras?
Yeah, we'll be able to get you with 2 cameras. What Mr. Joe did, we just got him with the doorbell camera because that's all he wanted. But like I said, I'll be able to, since you're on the main road right here, what I'll come do for you is hook you up with that outdoor camera as well to go in your backyard. So like I said,
And then how do they work?
Yeah. So like I said, you look at your phone for all the cameras. They all do the same thing, 24/7, night vision, on them, talk through all of them. So they all got the same little features, which is really cool. Like I said, these are the cool little Google cameras. That's why you guys have Google, right?
Right. Yeah, I have Google Fiber actually.
Oh, really? Okay. How do you like it?
It works pretty good.
Yeah. When'd you get it? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know, a couple months ago.
Okay, word, sweet. So look, if you don't mind me, we can go inside. I'll be able to show you where all the technology can go inside, show you the best spots, where it can go, and then we'll talk about some more. Sweet. Shoes on, shoes off.
I'm the self-custody.
Alright.
I'll start with a couple of them. I'll start with the negatives first, that way we can end on positives.
Alright.
When he asked, do you have a card? Your response was, it was good at first, it was like, oh yeah, but the thing you said is that's the problem. There's no problem with that. It's just, we're not the pamphlet guy, we're not the salesman. So, and then then you harped on not having a card. Yeah, we don't do the cards because that's the problem, and it just sounds like you're weird. So, if they're like, do you have a card? Yeah, I have a card, absolutely. Anyway, then you just keep on doing what you're doing. Or, do you have a card? Yeah, I'll give you one at the end. And then you just keep saying what you're saying. You make it sound like, of course I have a card, I'm a salesman. What card do I have? What salesman don't have a card? But you'll never give them one, you know that.
Right.
Okay. So that's how you just change that tone there.
Yeah, what I say is, if they ask me if I have a card, I say, yeah, I leave them with all of my customers when I'm finished. So like, I already assume that they're my customer. So I'll say, well, I leave them with all my customers when I'm finished, so I'll give you one when we're done. And then if they're like, oh, well, I didn't commit to anything yet, I'd be like, oh yeah, no worries, I wasn't done showing you the presentation. And then like, I use it as a transition.
I just say, of course. Usually I'm like, of course. And this is how we do the, I don't know, I'm a short and sweet guy, and I got too ADD to be giving run around things. So I just say, hey, yeah, no, that's fine.
It's like any objection. The first one is a smoke screen.
Yeah,
So
that's
do
fine.
exactly. Yeah, that's fine. We'll give you one in the end. The second one, you can acknowledge it and then
Yeah.
use it with Kyle. That's like the third one. After you spent 20 minutes with him, he's still trying to give you a card. But then you go like, hey, we're out here to do the program today. I'm out here doing 2 of them. Now's the best time to get it because you save the time, money, and hassle. Well, like that. What's your email? That's a hard close. But you put that too early when you hadn't built any value with them. So that's just a smoke screen. So just blow past it. Yeah, no worries. I'll get you one at the end. Keep going.
Yep. And then he asked a question toward the end. It was, well, how many cameras do I get? And it was like, you're like, well, we just give you the one camera. Like that, dude, that's a segue to make them build their whole dream system to get them to pay $95 a month. But they're like, well, what all do I get? Well, man, what do you want? And you just start building that system on, what were you thinking? Like, well, how many cameras did you want? What kind of cameras did you want? Oh, cool, what are you trying to look at? And that's when you get to build this crazy system that they want. And then they start building their own value and start selling them.
And that was an easy transition. If you would have asked Kyle, what do you want to see? Oh, I want to see the backyard. Okay, show me where you want to put that. Bang. Easy transition right
So
there.
and then that's the part of like transition into the home. I felt like that could have been a, well, how many do I get? Well, it depends on what you want. What do you want? What are you interested in? What are you trying to see? And that's how you start moving on. So
I'd also say as a customer, what you should do a little bit more is because you kind of just, for the iPad, show them the iPad more. On top of showing them the iPad more, use the keynotes where they can interact with all of the cameras. Because all you said was, yeah, you get 24/7 nighttime, 2-way audio, whatever. And that's good because you're telling them what it is, but if you want to do it better, show them for each camera, so get on the outdoor, show them all of that, and then do the doorbell and show them all of that. They're like, oh, they all do the same thing, they do this, 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 and this. Instead, you take that feature and then you tie it down to a benefit for them. So paint it for them in their head. Okay, so when you're at work and you're not home, you can pull it up on your phone and then you can talk to someone through the camera while you're not here. So you want to take the feature and tie it down to a benefit for them, so then you're customizing the system to their lifestyle. Okay, so then that way, that's how you start to sell more people. But
those are my only cons.
And the transition, when he asked you, oh, like, how does the camera work on my phone? You should have just transitioned.
Well, pros, good pros. There's a reason why you're selling, bro. It's the name drop. You don't give an empty name drop. It's like, what's the point of telling me Mr. Billy's down the street if there's nothing to tell me about Billy? So saying, yeah, Mr. Billy's been working with me. We put the sign in the yard for us. We gave him a camera. This is what we can do for you too. We're only doing a couple more. So that was good. Good energy. It's like really friendly. I like it. I would come outside for energy like that. Very assumptive. And then you showed them the app a little bit. Yeah, obviously use Keynote a little bit more. I think that might have helped a little bit. And then there was something to the note was that you re-pitched them. It was like he asked like a, it wasn't really like a question. I can't remember what it was, but he tried to like he didn't. I don't think he really understood what you were saying, and then you went over it again.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. So I noticed that earlier, and then you're super personable.
alright.
So it's,
Yeah, then I'll add just one more little thing. So like, when you were talking about the Google Fiber, something that I'll do to kind of customize it. Oh, since you guys are existing Google customers, ADT actually will give you a discount for already having Google in the home. So then then they're interested more because they feel special that they're getting a discount. It's like, oh, well, since you already have Google Fiber, you actually do get a discount for having ADT as well. I can type all this out for you. Let me show you how it works, and then you can use that as a transition too. For them already having Google.
It's definitely good though. That's why you're selling, bro.
We have got a heat training today.
Let's go.
So we are going to come back and we're going to hit some big numbers today. Now I want to just kind of paint a picture for you guys before we get into this training. So, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Sell me on beauty products, mascara. Sell me on a brand of mascara, why I should buy it.
You love the way it makes you feel. It looks so pretty.
Okay. Now Mike knows what he's doing. He's confident when he said that. If you didn't know about the product though, and you weren't a confident person, you're not going to be able to sell shits. And now, if I asked Mike, who is already a confident person, sell me on a dirt bike. He would sit down with me, he'd pull out the dirt bike, he would know the specs of it, he'd be able to show me videos of him on it, he would be able to relate to it. If you know about the product, same thing. If I ask Cooper, hey Cooper, tell me about why a mechanical keyboard is better than a keyboard. He's basically, he's getting excited. Than a NASCAR, right? Now, same thing, like if there was one of your, like if I asked you guys to sell me on a specific type of soccer cleats, right? That you would probably have a particular brand and a type, or a particular type of goalkeeper gloves, or a type of basketball shoe, or a type of truck, or the stuff you know about and you have up in your brain, you can sell effectively. I think we're running into a couple of things on the doors, and one of them, there's probably about 5, but one of them is just that we don't know what we're selling as well as we should. Now, people will buy from you if they like you. So that's why we're making sales, because you guys are all cool people. Like, they like you, you're friendly people. But if we can exude that friendliness and that confidence by knowing our product, we will be able to sell more people because they can tell we believe in it, and they can tell that we know what we're talking about. People can sniff bullshit a mile away. And so if you're saying something that you don't know about, they're going to pick that up. Now if you're confident they like you, they probably know enough about security to know that they can fill in the blanks. But for the slightly older person, or the techie person, or the whatever, it's going to help you out a lot. So Spencer is going to take us through a bunch of different things, and just want you to see them. So that when your rookies are getting into a house, you can do your walkthrough, and in your mind, you know exactly what that piece of equipment is going to look like, and exactly where it's going to go in the home. And we'll just show you all the bits of equipment. So the first thing, and I'll kind of hand over to Spencer a little bit, because he's going to tell us like, hey, this sort of house, don't sell this piece of equipment. Like if it's a house from the 1950s, avoid doing a smart thermostat on that house. Probably not going to be, that thing there.
If you want it to work, it has to be a new AC unit. It has to be. If it's an old Victorian house with an old system, this will not work.
Can't you just like make it more expensive?
So here's the thing, do you want your AC to ever work again? Or do you want a $10,000 AC claim? That's the big thing. If it does not have the correct wires in here, my guys are trained to tell you no.
Yeah.
And that's because these need constant power. Old systems do not have constant power, so if you guys try and run them on an old system, you're going to completely fry their entire system inside of their house.
Good to know.
My guys would have to pay for that. So, my guys will not do it. Just so you know. It's not because they don't like you guys, because we don't want to pay 10 grand for something that we know that's going to break something.
Yeah.
How can we tell if it's an older system or a newer system?
Typically, you can tell by looking at their house, if they're going to have a new one. If you go look at their thermostat, you will see an updated. There's a big difference between an out-of-date thermostat and a new thermostat.
So it's like the little slide bar when it's old, if it's like
So
one
typically
that's-
what you can do, and you can do it with all thermostats, is I'll walk over to this one here. I'm just gonna go like that and look at the wires. If I see that it has a C, then I know it works. The C's are constant wires.
So I mean,
Give me a second.
It looks like every single thermostat.
yeah, no, it works.
You can't get it on the wall. The majority of it is
No, that's constant for sure.
I was shocked the whole way. It didn't pulse, like it was the whole time.
Nah, that's crazy.
But yeah, like you can ask him, hey, roughly how old is the house? If it doesn't start with a 2 in front of it, don't even think about it, I would say. Fair?
And if you guys are really like, is this old? Send me a text, shoot me a picture, say, hey, do you think that this one is updated enough for a thermostat? I will reply. I'm not like most of my guys, I'm not always on the job. I'm the guy that's making sure everybody's doing their job and doing it right. So I answer my phone a lot more than they do because they're usually at a job site. If I'm at a job site, you won't get a reply from me. I don't look at my phone when I am doing a job site, that's just because my attention goes to your customer. Oh, there it is.
So doorbell camera, the Google Minis are going to be if they don't have wiring, okay? And then if they do have wiring, just press it first and see if it dings on the inside. And like you can tell, like you can move it, like you can tell if there's a widened doorbell. Like usually it's metal and it has a button that glows and you, let's go! What's your name, bro? What do you like to do for fun, Matt?
I enjoy working out.
Let's go! Doorbell, you press it, there's a little light, they can work. If they want to hear chimes on the inside, that is why we give them a Google Mini. So if the customer's like, oh, I want to hear chimes on the inside, and you're doing a wireless doorbell camera option, that's what you're going to do. Okay?
Yeah, the Mini is going to connect to the doorbell, it's going to announce when people come to the house. Yeah. Doorbells, the easiest way to know if you need a Google Mini is press the doorbell, so it goes ding dong. If it doesn't go ding dong, it's not going to ring inside.
My question was asking if you could hook up the Google Hub Max with TV, like TV.
No, so that has to be a smart TV and they have to be able to download Google Home.
You might be able to Chromecast that on but
yeah, if you have Chromecast, you can download Google Home.
But the Hub Max will make doorbell chimes the same as a Google Mini. So like
it also has an indoor camera built into it.
So if you have a doorbell camera and a Hub Max, that's a fire combination for like parents with kids. Because the kids can press the doorbell camera, the chime will be on the inside and the kids can see who's at the front door before they open the door. The parents can basically FaceTime the kids through the Hub Max from their phone. So like they can call the kids at home. So that was what I did for one of my deals. So that's a great piece of information.
Do you learn in the indoor cam, like on the customer's phone for their Hub Max?
Yeah, you have to set it up on their phone. So the Google Hub Max is going to connect to this Google Home system. Then we have to go into the Google Hub Max and then set up the indoor camera. Otherwise, it breaks like a lot of laws.